wrestling.com for all the latest on-demand and live events here from the World Wrestling Network as we get ready for our main event of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event. This contest is set for one fall, and it is for the Evolve Championship.
International superstar, Zack, Sabre, Jr.
Weighing in at 14 stone, from the Isle of Champy Kent in England, Zack Sabre Jr. And his opponent, weighing in at 220 pounds, from Sacramento, California, he is the current reigning and defending Evolve Champion, Thatcher.
Big fight atmosphere here in New York City for our main event of Evolve 47. International superstar and #1 contender, Zack Sabre Jr., to take on the man here on the World Wrestling Network, the face of the World Wrestling Network, the Evolve Champion, Timothy Thatcher. Brandon Tolley is our referee. And we are underway with our main event here at La Boom. Zack Sabre Jr. rocketed to #1 in the last rankings released here at Evolve this week after a Match of the Year candidate at Evolve 45 against Roderick Strong in Ybor City. He then defeated TJ Perkins in a technical classic in Orlando at Evolve 46. This one a rematch of the highly acclaimed 2014 World Wrestling Network match of the year from Evolve 34, which saw Zack Sabre Jr. defeat Timothy Thatcher. Can lightning strike twice in New York City for Zack Sabre Jr. against Timothy Thatcher here in our main event?
Thatcher now attacking that ankle. Traps the legs. Knee into the small of the back. Looking to roll him over here.
One count only, front face lock. Nice takeover, and Sabre Jr. hangs on. And I talked about Evolve 34. In fact, Evolve 34 now available on Blu-ray here for the World Wrestling Network and DGUSA.tv. And it's, again, as I thank you fans for allowing us into your home, and it's your purchases of tickets to live events, your purchases of iPay-per-view that have allowed us to take that money, put it back into the product, bring stars like Zack Sabre Jr. from Japan here to the U.S., put that money back into the product, and get Blu-ray technology in-house so we can start putting these events out quickly and make them available in the highest quality possible to you. And it's only through your support we're able to do that. So we want to thank you all for that yet again.
Both men very tentative here, picking their spots, not wanting to make one miscalculation. Sabre guarding his head.
Thatcher trying to find an opening here as he rides the challenger. But it's Sabre grabbing control of the arm. Nice head scissors there by the champ. Counter wrestling from both great athletes here.
Bridging up, putting more torque and pressure on that neck.
Well, we saw Timothy Thatcher out here earlier, and great show, great gesture on his part, giving that opened the opened the Freedom Gate title back to Johnny Gargano. A great show. Great
hammerlock applied. I'm sorry,
Rob. Great show of sportsmanship and appreciation for what Johnny Gargano has done here on the World Wrestling Network in the 3 years nearly that he held that championship. And that's really a testament to the type of guy that Timothy Thatcher is. We saw him in a recap video recently on the WWN Live YouTube channel with Ambassador Trevin Adams, where he talked about how he's really perceived as a bit of an enigma. Is Timothy Thatcher? He says himself he's a man of few words. He had a good childhood, but didn't really want to discuss it. He was taught to work hard by his parents. He's just a very private guy. He's got no social media. He uses a flip phone still to this day.
Well, there's a factoid.
Yeah, and he asked him how he spends his free time. He says, I spend my free time trying to improve. I train, I watch tapes, I read. Trevin mentioned how when he won the championship from Drew Galloway, there was no big celebration. There was nobody running to the ring to congratulate Timothy Thatcher. He was left alone to enjoy his accomplishment by himself, and he was perfectly satisfied with that. He's not a very social guy. He's got the respect and has respect for everyone in the locker room, but if he doesn't, if nobody wants to go out after the show with Timothy Thatcher and have a beer, he's perfectly okay with that. He's content to go back to his hotel and watch the tape of the show and figure out what he can do to get better next time out. He prefers to keep folks, at arm's length if possible, and it's been very successful for him here in the World Wrestling Network. There's certainly
look at this! Look at that escape right there, Lenny. Sorry to cut you off.
And there is that technical brilliance we talked about on the part of Zack Sabre Jr. As he now looked like he tried a backcracker there, but Thatcher, great counter, grabs a Japanese stranglehold of his own, much to the chagrin of the challenger, who looked back at him on a couple of occasions there, shocked at that reversal by Thatcher.
Rolls through now again. There's another reversal.
And
tit for tat here, Lenny.
Sabre returns the favor there. And it's not often you see Timothy Thatcher, when somebody gets a rise out of him. And when he talked to Trevin Adams, he did say, though, that he owes Zack Sabre Jr. one for that match at Evolve 34.
Sabre now trying to escape once again, drives it backwards, rolls it through.
And he's got a no-holds-barred match tomorrow against Biff Busick, the man who put Timothy Thatcher on the shelf for 5 weeks. Dislocated 2 left ossicles. That's the 2 small bones in the inner ear. Basically caused Thatcher a loss of equilibrium. In fact, he had a 60 decibel hearing loss in his left ear. So anything above, he couldn't hear anything basically below regular conversational speech. If you were talking low or across the room or the TV wasn't playing loudly, he couldn't hear anything out of that left ear. And it took him 5 weeks to recuperate before he made it back into action. And it's just a testament to the tenacity and the guts and the fortitude of a Tim Thatcher.
Testament to Sabre that he kept the hold after that Northern Lights. Now he's back to his feet. Oh, back down to the mat. Thatcher's got a little bit of a size advantage here for sure. Zack's got to use some technique and some striking, as we see right there.
Both men still maintaining the knuckle lock, and I would say Thatcher perhaps with a bit of a strength advantage, while Sabre with a bit of a quickness edge in this matchup. Though, as we saw in that matchup with Roderick Strong in Ybor, Zack Sabre Jr. not at all afraid to mix it up. If it comes down to fisticuffs, he's certainly prepared to go that route.
And over the top goes Sabre. Greco-Roman knuckle lock kept here as both men have a test of strength going on right here.
Back heel trip by Thatcher as he tries to force Sabre Jr.'s shoulders down the canvas. What a bridge, though. Great agility and balance shown by Sabre as again able to bridge up. Thatcher drives the knees and the shins down across the quadriceps of Sabre, who again is able to bridge up, carrying all the weight of Thatcher.
Oh, look at that!
Cross-arm breaker. And it was very, very close to seeing Timothy Thatcher have that newly won championship wrestled away from him by virtue of the cross-arm breaker from Zack Sabre Jr. Irony were that to be the cause of defeat for Thatcher, as he's won so many matches using the armbar himself.
Once again, Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
Both guys again tentatively locking up, and it's Thatcher driving the knee into the midsection. Now the elbow to the back of the neck, forcing Sabre to the canvas.
Point of the elbow right to the back of the neck. Going to that wrist again. Sabre trying to defend. Oh, now he's just wrenching away at his fingers. Oh, just bending that hand and wrist back.
Sabre wisely doing everything he can to keep his shoulders off the canvas there as Thatcher tries to grab that top wrist lock.
Series of strikes, one right to the rib cage.
Jockeying for position, front chancery now by Thatcher as the challenger backs him into the corner. Are we going to get a clean break here as Brandon Tolley asking Sabre to back it up? And he does. Nicely done.
Once again, both men to a standing position here. There's not going to be wasted motion here. Thinking man's wrestling is what you've got right here.
The proverbial game of human chess playing out right in front of our very eyes here in New York City. Back heel trip again by Sabre, takes Thatcher down. And that's the thing, Sabre not afraid to give his back to Thatcher there as he continues to control the legs. Thatcher now looking for the cross arm breaker, instead switches things up. A little key lock.
Short arm scissors as well. Now look at this. Went for the necktie head scissors. Throws him off to Thatcher a second time, a third time. Very tenacious. And there it is. He's got it applied. Thatcher now fighting his way out.
We're going to take over on the ankle. Wrenching down. Look at the angle of the foot and the torque that Thatcher's putting on the ankle of Sabre as Sabre quickly grabs the face lock to try and extricate himself, and he does. Rear chin lock now. Countered by Thatcher. Floats over. Looking for a Kimura. Submission.
Have it completely locked in there.
Almost a submission predicament for Sabre this time. Rolling cradle.
Now just pretzeling him and now violently yanking at that ankle. Oh my God! Twisting the ankle all the way around. Zack Sabre scurries to the ropes.
Tell you what, if you are in the ring with either Timothy Thatcher and Zack Sabre Jr., your ligaments and your tendons are in danger at every single moment of a match. And Sabre, the challenger, coming up a little gimpy here. Gingerly trying to avoid putting weight on that one leg. Dragon screw leg whip by the champ. And he may have just found a chink in the armor of Zack Sabre Jr. and has switched up his attack from the arm to the legs now of the challenger.
Pushes that leg off.
And that's really the mark of a great athlete inside the ring. When you come into a match with a game plan and things don't perhaps go the way you planned, and you're able to switch up on the fly and change your attack. And both of these guys have shown the ability to do that time and time again. As Sabre eats a forearm, and now it's
kind of got him in the guard though, but now goes for that ankle lock again. Sabre!
A full mount now by Sabre as the champ forced to cover up here. Cross arm breaker counter. Once again, Thatcher quickly grabs hold of his hands to stop Zack Sabre Jr. from extending the arm and opening up that elbow capsule.
Knee right to the face.
Kimura
applied. Trying to get some more torque and a better angle on that. Sabre smartly rolls through, not allowing that to happen, keeping his hands clasped.
A knee right to the base of the skull there. Just punishing the cervical vertebrae of the challenger. And again, top wrist lock that the challenger continues to fight off here as he tries to find a way out. Grabs the wrist. Full arm drag and twist. Drops down and then kicks at the deltoid and the bicep of the champ. Waist lock. Thatcher makes it to the rope, only to have Sabre again kick away at the arm and the elbow, further trying to soften up that arm for the cross arm breaker. Clearly a method to the madness of the challenger here. Sabre, though, going to the high rent district, went for that leaping knee, nobody home. Another dragon screw.
Oh, look at that, firmly applied. There's the ankle lock, center of the ring.
Almost a knee bar there by the champ, and the challenger again forced to use the ropes. Making the champion relinquish his hold, and now the question becomes, where has there been more damage done so far? Is it the left knee of the challenger or the left elbow of the champion? Snap suplex by the champ. 2 count, and now Sabre.
Everything Thatcher does is unique. It's all just based on pressure points and ligaments and joints. And now look at this, bending that arm down, going for a Fujiwara armbar. And again, incredible defensive wrestling from Zack Sabre.
And both these guys clearly have scouted the other very, very well. We've seen multiple counters. And there's the aggressive nature of the champ coming into play as he drives that knee right into the ribcage of Sabre Jr. Front chancery, butterflies the arms, looking for a suplex, but blocked. Back heel trip attempted by Sabre. The champ hangs on. Nice switch by the challenger and a forearm. Backs up Thatcher. A second elbow. Right to the side of the jaw. European uppercut drops the challenger in one fell swoop. Fans on the edge of their seat here. We talk big fight atmosphere, and you're seeing it here.
Just complete intensity. Oof. Hard European uppercut. Oh, he says, come on, mate.
And Sabre maybe trying to lure Timothy Thatcher in. I don't know if this is the old Ali rope-a-dope by Zack Sabre Jr. trying to force Tim Thatcher to maybe punch himself out here.
Oh, look at that, catches the arm! Rolls through!
Cross arm breaker, can he get it? He's got it locked in! Thatcher like a fish out of water, scurrying to the ropes.
He had that thing cinched in by hook or by crook, coming off the top rope. Very unusual way to get into it.
Almost a version of La Mystica. And indeed, it does look like Zack Sabre Jr. was emulating the Muhammad Ali strategy against George Foreman at the Rumble in the Jungle in '74.
Yeah, just bending those fingers back.
As he is, the challenger, seized control of this matchup here. Right to the tricep. As Sabre continues to punish the left arm of the champ.
Northern Lights rolls through, catches the arm.
Looking for another cross arm breaker. What a counter into a cover.
No.
What a 2 count.
Oh, look, he's got the arm scurrying into the middle of the ring.
Hammerlock now by Sabre. Another shot to the ribs, forcing that forearm of Thatcher into position for him to grab and do more damage. Champion trying to fight him off. Rolls through again, hooks the leg, shoulders down 2. Running boot by the challenger. And again, cover.
Series of the damnedest soccer kicks I've ever seen. Actually, holding the leg now, might have damaged himself on those with so much force and impact to the chest of Thatcher.
Thatcher trying to buy some time in the corner, but the challenger will have none of it. Right back on the offensive goes Sabre. Kicking at the quadricep. four-headed muscle of the thigh, biggest muscle in the body are the quadriceps. Tully trying to get Thatcher back into the corner so he can check on Sabre here.
Oh, he says he can still go.
We've seen an increased amount of sensitivity on the part of the officials here to this health and safety of the athletes.
Catches the legs!
Oh, we were less than half a cut away of a new champ right there. We've seen several matches stopped in recent months as the officials have been doing a great job of maintaining the health and well-being of the athletes, but Sabre obviously is still fit to continue as he absorbs another series of strikes to the back from the champ, who himself has shown unbelievable recuperative powers here tonight.
No doubt about that. Now getting him back to his feet.
Knee strikes in the corner. Referee asking the champ to back out. And he continues to punish the challenger. Irish whip, reversal. Thatcher hits the corner. Sabre with a head of steam. And drives the forearm into the chest.
Oh! On him! Fujiwara armbar!
Great counter right there by the champ. And now it's the challenger trying to scurry his way free. Neck crank, guillotine choke. Thatcher trying to fight his way out here. Looking for the ankle, and he's got it.
Oh, brings it down. Grabs the arm, Fujiwara applied.
And Thatcher relentless, right back to the arm he goes, and Sabre again. An uncanny ability to escape danger.
There it is.
Cross arm breaker, can he lock it in? Confident look on the face of the challenger. He's got it locked. Oh, what an escape by Thatcher. Fujiwara armbar. Rolls through, floats over. Ankle pick.
Knee bar applied. Oh, series of shots in the ear.
And it's over. It's over out of nowhere.
Here is your winner, and still the world champion, Thatcher.
A back and forth classic between Timothy Thatcher and Zack Sabre Jr. is over out of nowhere in lightning quick fashion. Submission victory for Timothy Thatcher, still the Evolved champion. And tomorrow night, it's the final showdown against Nick Busick. A no-holds-barred matchup between Thatcher and Busick. It comes to a head in Long Island tomorrow night at 8 o'clock here on the World Wrestling Network. Fans on their feet here in New York City as Thatcher extends the hand to Zack Sabre Jr. in a sign of sportsmanship and respect between two courageous warriors here in New York City. Completely unlike what we saw out of Nick Busick earlier here tonight. Fans, what a night it has been here in New York City. We can't thank you enough for joining us. Joanna Rose on Lenny Leonard.